1 second. Okay, there we go. Let me share the screen now. What's up? So I wonder what book is this, Rupa Manjari Prabhu, that we're reading from? Do you know what book this is?
Well, where did you get this? Is this from what Vashish posted?
Yeah, this is what she's sharing.
I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's a GBC book, which is arguing.
It's the book. I know who the book is by Ravindra.
Oh, okay.
Got it. It's Ravindra's book. Something Srila Prabhupada, Big Shiksha Guru or whatever. That's the book. So let's read. Similarly, reading the books of Srila Prabhupada is not sufficient. One requires a living spiritual master representing Srila Prabhupada who can give spiritual initiation and accept our service on behalf of the Parampara. So does that mean when the spiritual master leaves, all his instructions are not valid?
Well, as far as Srila Prabhupada is concerned, they're valid, but that you require a living guru to guide you.
So, living guru to guide you. So what type of guru? That's the next question, right? Okay, I need a living guru. So what type of guru? There's 3 levels of gurus: Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyam Adhikari, and Uttam Adhikari. And we have seen in ISKCON, so many gurus, or all the gurus, are appointed by a body of managers, and then all of them have fallen down, some way or another, right?
Right.
Some guy got his head chopped off, some guy got in an accident, someone, was having illicit sex with men, boys, girls, all kinds of crazy people. So who is this living spiritual master? Who is this in ISKCON? Is it these appointed people by the unelected GBC people who are electing gurus that we need we need that type of living spiritual master?
That's what they're arguing.
So would you like that type of spiritual? Surely not. I don't want a spiritual master like that.
No,
thank you. So one requires a living spiritual master. We have already seen what the living spiritual master has, what kind of havoc they have created in ISKCON. And we saw that video by Hridayananda Goswami, so-called Goswami. You saw that, right? He said, Prabhupada was teaching me never to trust anyone but me on spiritual affairs. He said it like that.
Right.
So
do you want to read these 2 quotes?
Sure. Yes. Or even if you read some books, you cannot understand unless you understand it from me. This is called Parampara system. Srila Prabhupada lecture December 8, 1973. That confirms Hridayananda Prabhu's statement. In spiritual affairs, you must learn from me. One should not proudly think that one can understand the transcendental loving service of the Lord simply by reading books. One must become a servant of a Vaishnava. One must accept a Vaishnava Guru, Ada Guru Ashrayam. And then, by questions and answers, one should gradually learn the pure devotional service to Krishna is. This is called Parampara system. So, Parampara system, we are following the Parampara, we're following Srila Prabhupada. So what makes it that we're not following Parampara? That's the next question, right? Are we not following Parampara?
That's what they're arguing.
Okay. So we're not following Parampara according to this person. Okay, someone just joined. Who is it? Oh, that's Narayana Prabhu. Okay. Let him join, then I'll share the screen again. Hare Krishna. Oops, not yet. Okay, anyone who's watching this on Facebook and on YouTube, we're having a discussion on, what are we having a discussion on? Rupa Manjari Prabhu?
The need propagated by the GBC that we need a quote-unquote living guru.
Yes. Yes. And it seems like the people in our group, they are, Narayana Prabhu, you have to get on audio. He's not connected. It seems that people in our group, they have a misunderstanding that you need a living spiritual master. That's why they're quoting all this uh,
Quote
GBC.
Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, GBC produced motivated uh,
Propaganda.
propaganda, right? So this is how they do it. They take Prabhupada's words and twist it around. So here they're saying that a living spiritual master representing Srila Prabhupada. So we
Yeah.
have already seen what the living spiritual master is representing Srila Prabhupada has done to Srila Prabhupada's movement. They've basically destroyed it.
Destroyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, and they're thinking that the Vani is material. If you're talking about, living spiritual master and not accepting Srila Prabhupada's directions, that's straight coming from the spiritual world. Why cannot we accept it? I mean, is the living spiritual master going to say or contradict what Srila Prabhupada is going to say? I don't think so.
And could he possibly have anything to add to what Srila Prabhupada's already given?
Yes. Yes. So, so they have been defeated already in these two, discussion. Srila Prabhupada is living through his sound vibration. We're following him. We're following his orders. That's the parampara. Are you saying that the living spiritual master will establish another parampara?
And would we want to be a part of it if he did?
Yes.
Wow, you guys are amazing.
You've been hearing?
Prabhu, you are amazing.
So this is what Vashish is quoting. This book is, I think, written by that Zakinism, the enemy of Zakheim. Who is it?
Error of Zakheimism.
Yeah. This is written by that person, I think.
Now that is an oxymoron. How could there be an error in Zakheimnism? I would like to know.
So they are saying here that so Vashish is quoting all this,
Why?
I have no idea why Vashish is quoting all this, because I think he's trying to put the argument that you need a living Uttam Adhikari.
What is it that he's quoting? What is he saying is the truth, if that's not the truth? If what you're saying is not the truth, what is he saying that is the truth?
He's saying that one requires a living spiritual master representing Srila Prabhupada who can give spiritual initiation and accept our service on behalf of the parampara.
But he doesn't believe that. He believes in the final order. So it's like he's arguing against himself.
Yes. Yes. That's the difficulty. He's all over the place. He cannot stick on one ground.
Yeah.
So then Vashish is saying here on the last paragraph, and again in answering a question from an Indian lady at lecture in London on September 23rd, 1969. Indian lady says, how does one contact the spiritual master? Through a book? Can you contact the spiritual master? And then Prabhupada, no, you have to associate. Then Vashish has put Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 31, verse 48. Shamasundar, quote, can you associate through a book?
What is the Srimad Bhagavatam quote?
I don't know. I'll take a look at it in a bit. Let me finish this.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Then Shamasundar says, quote, can you associate through a book? Unquote, question mark. She asked Prabhupada, yes, through books and personal. Because when you make a spiritual master, what is it? Because when you make a spiritual master, you have got personal touch. Not that in the air you make a spiritual master. You make a spiritual master concrete. Yes. As soon as you make a spiritual master, you should be inquisitive. As soon as you make a spiritual master, meet or make. I don't know. This language is a little weird. You should be inquisitive. Okay.
And this is from the heresy of Zakheimnism?
Yeah, I think that's that guy. So, so here
the error of Zakheimism is just an essay. This is a book, Narayan.
Yeah, written by the same guy, though.
Well, what is the book called?
It's a blue book that's I'm forgetting the name, but we can ask Vashish Prabhu. But this is that book. So let's
Do you
discuss
think
the
Ella
points.
Zakheim part of that book?
No,
Or it's
no,
unrelated?
No.
no.
This
I was
book-
just saying that person has written it. What's his name? Ravindra Sarup
Ravindra Swaroop.
has compiled all this. Yes.
Well, he used to be their go-to guy,
Yeah.
so that they didn't have to bother reading Shastra.
Yes. He is the go-to guy. That's why, he's written all this stuff on behalf of the GBC and ISKCON. No, the fake
And
ISKCON.
he is the master of the inadvertent foot gesture.
Yes. We can see that here. He's quoting. Anyways, so,
We could say,
Manjari Prabhu, do you want to comment on the
your
last part?
inadvertent foot gesture happens to be, it's usually called putting your foot in your mouth.
What did you ask, Ramachandra?
I'm saying, do you have a comment on this? On the last
On this?
paragraph?
Well, Prabhupada says yes through books and also personal. So he's saying it's both.
Yes.
Yeah, but I can offer a comment there, which I saw that, and I did actually saw that passage, and it occurred to me very simply that Prabhupada is talking about now. The woman was talking to a guru. He wasn't talking. That's another pitfall of reading Prabhupada's conversations and stuff like that, is you have to calculate when did he make that conversation. You see, when did that conversation take place? It took place with Prabhupada right there. He wasn't talking about after he wasn't there.
Yeah,
Does that
that
make any
makes
sense?
sense. That makes
Does it
sense.
make
Yeah.
sense? Good. I'm glad it's supposed to make sense. I'm glad it did.
So some points here is Prabhupada, no, you have to associate. Then Prabhupada says yes through books and personal. So we can take that statement and then analyze it. Just like Srila Prabhupada says, Kanishta and Madhyam can initiate, but the disciples must be on the same level. So
And they cannot make very much spiritual advancement.
yes,
Under,
under his insufficient guidance.
Insufficient guidance.
Yes.
yeah.
So Prabhupada uses, the way Prabhupada is working, he's giving answers for both sides. If someone wants to be a bogus guru, they can take that statement and be like, oh, I'm a Kanishta Adhikari or a Madhyam Adhikari. I can certainly initiate, but, my disciples, they won't tell the disciples that, oh, you won't be able to make sufficient advancement under my insufficient guidance. They will not say that. ISKCON Guru saying that
Well,
in a pre-initiation ceremony.
they would, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yes, Abhovitra, I will accept you as my disciple. I will take on all of your karma. And, but you will not, even though I take on your karma, you will not make any much advancement or any advancement under my insufficient guidance. Doesn't sell well, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't
What
sound
does
so well.
Prabhupada say? Make any advancement or much advancement?
Much advancement.
I can look it up exactly. I can look it
I
up.
think I've got to get that straight one of these years.
Yeah. So that's the point. I mean, for example, Radhanath, Vaisheshika, Jayapataka, they should all read this before initiating their disciples. Okay. First of all, the first verse comes, then you jump to the fifth verse, and then the last paragraph where it talks about the three levels. One should know his own position and should not try to imitate someone situated on a higher platform. So this whole thing will be debunked in one pre-initiation ceremony. I'm looking it up now.
Okay, so we can draw a conclusion that it doesn't matter what people read or do not read, or tell the initiates or do not tell the initiates. We need to establish the supreme absolute truth in the form that Prabhupada gave it.
Right.
Yeah. Now, that raises another interesting question. I think I mentioned it before, but you know what my astonishment was when I read trying to understand the nature of the Uttamadhikari. I realized that you really won't know much about the Uttamadhikari by reading that paragraph, even though it says you must take initiation from an Uttamadhikari. Oh, good, good, good. What's an Uttamadhikari? Then there's no detailed explanation. His explanations are sort of like fending off further questions,
Yeah. I mean, Prabhupada could have said, I am the Uttamadhikari. No, that is for you to understand and see who's the Uttamadhikari.
Yeah, but he's
Right.
talking here for after his disappearance,
Right.
right? So what is he saying about his disappearance? These guys are going to get all loaded up with the idea. As soon as they know every line item of what a Uttama Adhikari is, they will adjust themselves to fake being Uttama Adhikaris. That's what
Well-
I got out of it.
Yeah. I mean, they tried that in 77, 78. They tried that, and what happened? They were the successor acharyas, right? This 11 or 12 people, Vishnupad, Acharyapad.
Bhaktipad.
Isn't that amazing? Vishnupad. You know what Prabhupada means, right?
Yes, where all the spiritual masters take shelter.
Take shelter.
Yes.
So now let's switch that to Vishnupad.
Yeah. It's just insane.
Okay, that's Bhavananda, right?
I
Okay,
don't know what's
Bhavananda.
that.
Vishnupad, eh? Okay, I will let Vishnu know that your feet are available for him to take shelter at.
So there you go.
Wait,
Insane.
they didn't see that coming.
So
And
is that the type of
amazingly nobody
Uh-huh.
caught them at it.
is that the type of guru you need in ISKCON? I mean, what
Hell
Ravindra
no.
that's what Ravindra Swarup was saying. That's the type of living spiritual master you need, according to Ravindra, right?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
But who?
Yes, yes.
Ayindra, did you say?
Ravindra Swarup.
Ravindra
Ravindra.
Swarup.
Oh no, he was just a deal maker. If he can kick some nice Mataji in the butt who's offering obeisances or something to the deity, and then translate that into what was it? Something foot gesture. What was it?
Inadvertent. Inadvertent.
Foot gesture. Yeah.
Yes.
So you inadvertently went up to the lady, kicked her hard in the butt, and then you claim it was inadvertent.
So,
That should tell you everything you need to know about the ISKCON successor gurus. Translate that into. They inadvertently cannot deliver you from repeated birth and death.
so that's why we're discussing, because Vashish is sharing all this stuff. So that's why we're
Well,
having.
why is he doing that?
I don't know why. He's, I think, a little.
Off.
He's not stupid. He's tricky. But the thing that he is also is deluded. He considers the writing of an uninitiated person who has no Brahmin initiation, no diksha with anyone, ISKCON Guru, Prabhupada, or Rithik. He considers that this Kanista Adhikari, who he's not even a Kanista Adhikari, he hasn't taken any initiation. What authority does such a person have to lead all the initiated persons of Prabhupada initiated as Brahmins around by the nose?
Right. Right.
May I ask?
I also am wondering why we've lost so many members of our Istagosthi group.
Have we
Well,
lost so many?
we haven't lost it. It's just that people who are, not fixed up, they come and go.
Wait. What was Rupa Manjari's question?
I didn't ask a question. I was making a comment that it's sad that our Istagosthi group, it's just the three of us. Like we were, a month ago we had like 8 people.
But you know why? I can tell you exactly why. And you already know why, because we discussed it.
Yeah.
He has gone behind our backs and deprogrammed them and said that me in particular am not speaking the actual truth, and I cannot back up anything I say with chapter and verse from Prabhupada's books. And that's why we lost all these people. He went to them. If you look at the WhatsApp page, he listed everybody that's ever been on our page there, including Chidananda.
Wow.
So he's been doing this on purpose. He is deliberately, and I chastised him for it. I said, if you're such a coward that you have to sneak around behind the back of people, it's sort of like you come up, you sort of fight a duel face to face, which would be Istagosthi if you want to look at it that way. But you go behind their back and shoot them from behind a tree when they're standing there.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. So that needs to stop.
Yeah, that's fifth class. But we need to get him on board on a show or on a Zoom call that is not related to Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, and just rip him. But I think I've ripped him pretty well today.
Okay, yes. So that's why I'm here. I'm discussing all these things that he has posted. So let me read.
You're in charge, and you handle it the way you want. Okay.
Okay. Then Vashish shares another quote. One should not proudly think that one can understand the transcendental loving service of the Lord simply by reading books. One must become a servant of a Vaishnava. One must accept a Vaishnava guru, Adau Guru Ashriyam. And then by question and answers, one should gradually learn what pure devotional service to Krishna is. This is called...
Well, how do you learn it from a person that's not a pure devotee?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm arguing. I'm saying this initiators in ISKCON, all of them fell down, and now Ravindra Sarup is arguing that you need one of them to guide you. That is just insanity. So why is...
Who's saying this, Vashish or Ravindra?
No, Vashish is quoting this.
Which is a total mystery. What is his motive in doing that?
Yes. Is his motive to say that one must accept a Shiksha Guru who is a pure devotee? Or what is he thinking in his head? We don't know. Why is he sharing this? That's the main point here. Is he supporting the idea of the initiators, meaning the ISKCON unelected GBC people and the present day false gurus? Is he propagating that conclusion that you need a living person and a Kanishta Adhikari guru, which you cannot make?
I don't think so. I think his technique is to push people away from a reasonable train of thought.
Yeah,
in other words, he's trying to throw this up. Oh, no, well, like this is what he believes. Whereas, of course, he knows it's not what I believe.
Right. So,
I say he's like a lawyer, or like he's just creating situations without regard to the truth.
Yes. So that is the one quote, and then next one is, who's that? Okay. So Vashish quoted all this stuff. Okay, what is this here?
Were you able to get in touch with Shreya?
No.
She didn't pick up the phone?
I called her and it just rang and rang and rang.
Okay. So why not call her whenever you like?
Yeah, I'll call her next time. So I want to discuss this here now. Vashish, I think this is Vashish's quote. Srila Prabhupada remains the foundational Shiksha Guru for all ISKCON devotees. His books remain Shiksha Guru.
He says that himself?
No, this is in the book.
He's saying that I say that? What is he saying?
No. This is coming in a book that Vashish is quoting, and he has highlighted or underlined, which is what he believes.
Okay, so then let's say, does he quote any actual spiritual authority?
This book is Rabindra Swarup's book. We don't know the title of it, but it's
So
the
why
it's
we, then it's not part of our
We're debunking it.
legal.
No, we're debunking his book. We're debunking his book.
Well, why should we have to debunk it? It's in the fact that it was written by the GBC that I believe that Rashish doesn't accept. Isn't that enough to debunk it?
No, he's quoting all this stuff with you and with everyone else. So he's saying this.
Why?
I don't know why he's doing that.
Well, he's gonna have to explain himself.
that's the question of the hour.
Yes. Yes.
So we need to pose a question of why are you doing this? And you take note of the chapter and verse or whatever of the book and ask him, are you quoting this because this is what you believe?
Or are you pointing out the deviation here? You know?
No, you have to say that. Let him defend himself.
Yeah. Okay. So this is totally false here. The foundational Shiksha Guru for all ISKCON members. So all the ISKCON gurus have fallen down. And now what's next? They need to take another Diksha Guru. Yesterday we discussed that there can be only one Diksha Guru. And there cannot be many Diksha Gurus. And many people in ISKCON have multiple Diksha Gurus, which is totally...
Who's saying that?
Yesterday we read it. Prabhupada was saying it.
From what?
From Chaitanya Chaitamrita. Prabhupada made
Prabhupada didn't say that we have many Diksha Gurus in ISKCON.
No, I'm saying that in ISKCON, the false gurus, they have fallen down. And then the GBC is saying that you can take Prabhupada as your Shiksha Guru. Now they have been initiated, they have been given a spiritual name, and the so-called Diksha Guru falls down. And the GBC policy is that now you take Prabhupada as your guru if you do not want to take another Diksha Guru, or you have an option of taking another bogus guru who will fall down.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
But the actual fact is, that might be, do you think that is in any way true?
What? No, that's no way true. You should have one Diksha Guru who is an Uttamadhikari. That's it.
And that's Prabhupada.
That's us. For us and for everyone in ISKCON, it's Srila Prabhupada. That's it.
No, the guru is Prabhupada, not us.
No, I know. For us, he's the guru. For everyone in ISKCON.
Yeah.
So now, supposing you take a initiation, by all the rules and whatnot, from a bogus guru outside of ISKCON or anywhere else, can you then take Prabhupada as your Shiksha Guru? I'm just raising that as a question. Supposing you come in from some other mount, can you accept Prabhupada as your Shiksha Guru, or do you have to reinitiate as Prabhupada's disciple?
Vashish just posted another response in the WhatsApp group.
Really? What did he say?
Do you want me to read it?
Well, okay.
I can share it. Hold on.
Okay, why not answer my question first? Because it's an interesting question, I should think.
Which is? Narayan Prabhu, what's your question?
My question is, if a person gets initiated by a Mayavadi somewhere, and he's done a fire sacrifice, can he accept Prabhupada as Shiksha Guru, or does he have to be re-initiated? My view, by the way, is that it doesn't matter one way or the other, but it's better etiquette not to take initiation from a new guru. So you have initiation from a guru, accept this, take it, be it.
Vashish said that
Prabhupada, he's your Shiksha Guru.
Narayan, Vashish said that you're wrong.
About what?
You said, quote, Diksha and Shiksha Guru must both be in the same absolute transcendental platform of Uttama Adhikari, end quote. And
Well, that's
Vashish,
what Prabhupada said.
Vashish responded and said, That's precisely where you got it. And then he put it in all caps, wrong.
Okay, but he said that he agreed with all the quotes. And you, Manjari, are the one that posted them.
Yeah, well, he's contradicting himself.
He's
Hare
contradicting
Bol, Hare
Prabhupada.
Krishna. Can you please
Let's
bring
get
him
straight to
online?
his contradiction, for God's sake.
How
Okay,
much on the
why not respond to the sheesh?
I've responded to Vashish already. Told him to come on Zoom. Don't, you know.
please bring him on Zoom and just clarify,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Vashish should come on Zoom and clarify his position, and he can be the Shiksha Guru.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, the
Hare Bol.
basic thing is that where does
Prabhuji.
Ashish get the right to contradict Prabhupada?
Anyways, he plays his tricky games. Vashish is good at playing games, you know.
Prabhu, just do one thing. Just say this.
Yeah,
If you have the
particularly since
guts,
he said he agreed
have
with
the
all those
guts
quotes before, now he's saying the quotes are not true. How
just
can
say
you
in
do
the
that?
WhatsApp. Prabhu,
We have
just
to
write
hold
it
his
in the
feet to the
WhatsApp.
fire. You saw my last quotes? I said, if you really want to have a materially conditioned Shiksha Guru, at the way things are going, you're going to have to accept me as your Shiksha Guru, so you better watch out.
Yeah, that's a very valid point because you're you're much older in that body or whatever you want to call it, and then you've
Yeah, I never know what to call it.
and then if that is his standard, Vashish standard, then you are his Shiksha Guru. So
Yeah, I have to be his Shiksha Guru.
yes,
Just give
the
an
thing
open
is,
challenge
I
to
was
him in the group,
already,
no?
I hit,
Prabhuji,
but did you notice what I said? By your low standards.
yes,
And I kept saying your low standard. Did you read that?
yes, I saw that.
By your low standards, then you have to consider me the Shiksha Guru of Bhavananda,
Madhu Pandit?
Tirtha.
Madhu Pandit?
I don't think so. He took
Ramachandra.
from
Yeah?
Jataka, who fulfills the Uttama Adhikari standard of initiating many disciples.
Did you just message in the WhatsApp group and said, come on Zoom? Was that you?
That's me, yeah.
Okay.
and just put one last also. If you have the guts to come, please come online and just solve it, right?
Right.
Man to man. Do this.
Who's on there with us? I hear there's Rupa, there's Ramachandra.
Mohit,
and
it's
one more-
Mohit. Mohit
Who?
Prabhu. Mohit.
Who?
Mohit.
Who? Who is on? Who's on? Rashish?
No, it's Vashish's brother.
The most fallen soul, Prabhu.
It's Vashish's brother, Mohit Prabhu.
no, don't make me his brother, bro.
I didn't know he had a brother. Because you know, when you have someone like
Don't
Rashish,
mess with him.
usually after that they break the mold.
Be aware, I'm coming.
Okay, so we have sent the message to Vashish, and let's see if he comes. Let's keep discussing. So I don't want the video to get distracted. So let's see what else I want to.
So let's have his reasoning that Prabhupada's quotes are not valid. Where does he quote the Prabhupada's quotes are not valid? I gave like somewhere around 6 or 10 what you call them, quotes to establish that the Prabhupada says clearly Shiksha and Diksha Guru must be on the same level.
Let's see what else he
Then he
quoted.
put up the idea, well, Prabhupada told Hrishikesh that Sridhar was Prabhupada's Shiksha Guru. And I said, well, and I wrote a whole thing on that, which you may or may not have read. And what I wrote there was that Prabhupada was trying to save Hrishikesh from being stuck with Bhan Maharaj, who Prabhupada said he should not be called rector, he should be called rector. Did you read all that stuff? Guys? I don't know what, when you say you read it, I don't know what, if anything, you actually read. Hello?
Yes, we're listening, Prabhu. We're
Yeah,
listening.
but did you read that thing I wrote about Rishikesh and Sridhar?
Rishikesh and Sridhar. Srila Prabhupada was trying to save Rishikesh in 1975, told that if all ISKCON disciples to never associate with Sridhar ever again. Yes, if Sridhar
Yeah.
were actually capable of bringing actual Shiksha Guru, SP Srila Prabhupada would never have said never visit him again. Unfortunately,
Obviously.
yes, quotes, I mean in parentheses, unfortunately, you seem to have no capacity to understand such things.
I said that he didn't have the capacity to understand such things.
Yes.
My God, I'm an offender against the great devotee of the Lord. LOL.
Right.
So,
So,
what I think is that Ashish wants to listen in to what we're saying without participating personally, so that he can then use whatever we're saying to cast arrows to people behind our back.
that's what he has done, I think, several times.
There's no that. When I found that out, I've been sick for days. Yeah, I told you, I was discussing it with you. I couldn't quite figure it out. It was
Yeah,
sort of
now-
alarming.
now you're much better. I can see it in your voice.
Yeah,
You think?
yeah, because now I have a Shiksha disciple named Ashish. Bow down, dude, or else.
No mess with.
Vishesh wrote another comment just now on the WhatsApp group.
Go for it.
What
Do you want me to read it?
The most obedient has come in the group. Mark Prabhu. Haribol.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hey, that Sikha sounds a great deal like Mahaprabhu.
I
Okay.
made it.
Jai.
If you ever found out who Mahaprabhu is in our theological structure, you would faint. In a good way. Okay, having said that, now what
Do you
what
want-
are you
do you want-
reading? What
Do you want me to
what did-
read?
What did Vishesh say?
Okay. Let's share it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Narayan, this is what he quoted. You said to him, "Luckily for you, I'm not an Uttama Adhikari, so I cannot be Shiksha Guru to you or anyone else." And then he said, "You can learn anything about Krishna consciousness from anyone and at any time. Vartma Pradashika is one who initially directs to KC. He or she need not be a practicing devotee. A Shiksha Guru is one who instructs or tries to instruct someone what he knows, understands, and practices. There are various gradations or levels as the authorities of Shiksha Gurus.
Okay, where is his quotes? Where are his quotes?
Sorry to say, that's where you are stuck up.
That I'm what?
Stuck up.
Puffed up?
Stuck up.
Stuck
Stuck up?
Stuck pig.
No, the only sane response to that is bow down to me, you dog. How
You're not
dare
small.
you say I am stuck up when you are a chela? I don't know, how much more humor can we have?
Anyways, that's what he's doing. He doesn't want to.
But he hasn't produced any evidence.
Yes. I mean, the evidence we have seen. The evidence we have seen. Jaitirtha, Bhavananda.
Yeah, what is the evidence?
Yeah, these are all Shiksha Gurus. Jaitirtha, Bhavananda, Kirtanananda, Jayapataka.
Where does Prabhupada say this or write that?
No, I'm saying this is the failed attempts of the Shiksha Gurus.
Well, it may be, but who made them Shiksha Gurus to begin with?
No, they're Diksha Gurus, not Shiksha Gurus. Sorry, they're a level higher. I missaid. They're.
Actually, it's not a level higher, it's the same level. Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to find out where does he get that particular definition that a conditioned soul can become Shiksha Guru?
Yeah, it's absurd. Yes.
A conditioned soul could be Vartana Pradaksha Guru, meaning that he can introduce somebody to Krishna consciousness even if he's a moron, sitting by the side of the road when Prabhupada walks by, as I was in a previous life.
Okay, Narayan, so do you want me to ask him, where are your quotes, Vishesh, that a conditioned soul can become Shiksha Guru?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I posted it.
Absolutely. You see, Rupa, this is Istagosthi. That means you are speaking from the spiritual platform, and he is trying to create snags in his line of reasoning that he thinks we're going to trip over, but I don't see how we will.
Right.
We have already discussed this yesterday, that the Shiksha and the Diksha Guru must be on the same level, and Prabhupada says that. I mean,
Well, would this be since he brought that up and we're talking about it, why not have Rupa Manjari come up with probably better to come up with the email or whatever works best for you and read. It's not very much, it's half a page and with a lot of spaces in between of the definition of Shiksha and Diksha Guru. Because if people are listening, they're going to want to know if we're just bluffing or if we're telling the truth.
we had that yesterday. We went to CC and we quoted all that quotes. So that is already in the video.
You know, through CC. No, I'm talking about the ones I posted to Vashish.
Oh, to Vashish. Rupa Manjari Prabhu, do you have any of those? Or
I have this quote: "Our only shelter is the Supreme Lord."
I sent about 10 of them. You have all 10. You published them on.
Oh,
WhatsApp,
yeah.
right?
Well, I have to go back and find them.
it was 10 of them, so let me try to find it too. Go ahead, Rupa Manjari Prabhu, you speak. I'll try to find.
Oh, what was the one that you were going to speak right now?
Our only shelter is the Supreme Lord, and one who teaches how to approach Krishna is the functioning form of the personality of Godhead. There is no difference between the shelter-giving Supreme Lord and the initiating and instructing spiritual masters.
Okay. I'll put that
And
in your
that's-
pipe and smoke it, Ashish.
Where's that from? Where's that from?
That's Adi Lila 147.
Oh, yes. Yesterday you took a picture of that. Yeah, yes. I remember now.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay, so now, Ramachandra, while we still have an audience of 25,000 or whatever sitting out there listening to every word we utter, can you please read that whole list?
Okay, let me find it first. Let me find it. And
I just went into a database and looked up Shiksha, and I took all the ones that I could find and I copied them out and put them in an email. It was no great scholarship on my part. Duh, why would it be? I don't have great scholarship.
Haribol.
Oh, Rupa Manjari is Ramachandra's, not Ramachandra, is Mahaprabhu's Vartana Pradaksha Guru.
How's
Say it
that?
again. Say it again.
Because you came and talked about Krishna consciousness with me when I was getting my earphones many years ago.
Hare
Oh,
Krishna.
In fact, I think it was the earphones that you and a bunch of wonderful devotees bought for me from eBay, which made it possible for me to hear.
yeah. Yeah.
Believe it or not, I couldn't hear anything. So
Hare Krishna.
ignorance is bliss. So anyhow, can you find this?
Hare Krishna Rupa Manjari.
Hare Krishna Mahaprabhu, how are you doing?
I'm still
doing
looking.
well.
So,
Okay,
Rupa,
thank you
can
so
find
much.
them?
I'm not looking, but Ramachandra is looking for them
Why aren't you looking for them?
because I'm saving this picture of this quote that I just read.
I think that
Okay, that's good. So
That-
Ramachandra, I sent you an email with those, you know?
yes, I'm checking my email now, Narayan Prabhu. I'm getting thousands and thousands of emails. So I'll just search it and find it. 1 second.
So this one's from me.
Thousands and thousands.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll search your email address and I'll point it down.
No,
You
Prabhu
found
is
it?
also very popular. Ramachandra Prabhu is so popular, no? So many followers Prabhu has. Haribol.
Haribol.
So what we need to
Haribol.
do is create a pamphlet called The Errors of Vashishism.
Oh boy.
He's a cute
Yeah.
boy, no? Cute boy. With big brains.
Can't we all just get along?
Yeah, we can get along because we're all part and parcel of Krishna. That's where the good part is. And that's also where the bad part is, because people being part and parcel of Krishna then want to create bodies by which they can dominate others. But that's not allowed. We have to treat everyone as Prabhu or master, but technically we can treat everyone as an equal, but we cannot put ourselves above anybody. The minute we do, we cease to be anything resembling a Vaishnava. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Yeah, it is fair.
Well, I'm looking at the email and I'm not able to find it. Basic aphorisms.
What? Diksa Shiksha is what it says on the title.
Okay, let me look. I don't see a Diksa Shiksha by nathan.zakain@gmail.com. Let's see, where is it? No, I don't see it. You didn't send it too long ago. You sent it probably 2 weeks ago.
At the most.
Yeah, at the most. Let's
I
see.
sent it in response to Vashish.
Yes.
And remember, you were going to put it up, and then Rupa Manjari did put it up?
Rupa Manjari Prabhu, maybe you should look. I cannot see it.
I am looking and there's just gazillions of messages. So
No, in your email, just search nathan.zakain@gmail.com and you'll see all his emails. So I'm looking at all the emails. I'm not seeing it from in my side. So maybe it's maybe
Or
I
did
didn't.
you print it? You didn't print it out? Rupa.
No,
So
no, I didn't print it. Let's see.
This is not good. You see how Maya
I found
is taking charge of
it.
us.
I found
Okay.
it.
Good.
She found it. Okay, go ahead. Can you forward it to me? So I will
Yeah.
share it on the screen.
That's
Yes, please.
perfect.
Jai.
What's your email address?
It is. It should be there. Bhaktar Ronald Singh @gmail.com. Whenever Narayan, yes, it should be saved there.
Ronald. Gmail.
Yes. Okay. So anyone who's watching this wonderful conversation, Istagosthi, they can participate live on Zoom. They can send me a message on Facebook or on YouTube, and we'll get you in Zoom, and you can ask your questions. Right now, we're having a discussion on Diksha and Shiksha Guru and its importance, and what does Prabhupada say, and what the Acharyas have said, how these two gurus, Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru, must be on the same level. Okay, so I got it here, so let me share. 1 second. Jai. All right. This kind of stuff requires people to think. you know. So a lot of people, they just don't have the capacity to, think about, these issues. And that's one of the problems also. Like, it took me a while to process all these things and then come to a understanding. So many people take the cheap route, and just accept whatever the authorities have said. Okay, here we have it here. Okay, everyone can see it. The nectar of devotion.
Yes.
Rupa Manjari, why don't you read? You're the best reader here.
Sure. Okay. He comes out as the spiritual master, Shikshaguru, Dikshaguru. So there is no difference between Shikshaguru and Dikshaguru and Krishna. Krishna manifests himself externally as Shikshaguru and Dikshaguru. Prabhupada.
Rupa, you have to put from first.
The nectar of devotion.
Thank you.
Prabhupada. Guru Krishna Kripaya Paya Bhakti Lata Bij. We have to acquire this energy through the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So Krishna is within as Chaita Guru and when we are serious.
There you go. That answers the whole thing. What's the difficulty here? We have Srila Prabhupada, Diksha Guru, and then, Krishna is also advising as the Paramatma. So we have Prabhupada's Vani there in books and its audio recordings, and then Paramatma present in every living entity's heart. Why do we need a
Substandard
bogus guru that will
Bogus.
take your money?
bogus Shiksha Guru?
Yeah, and here,
Well, wait a minute. How else can you get money off innocent people if you don't pretend to be something you're not? That's known as business. You
Guru
go to
business.
college to learn how to do that.
Oh yeah, I don't have to worry. No, Prabhu. No,
You
Prabhu. Why?
get a master's in business degree and you can cheat people. This is what it's all about, cheating people. So you can get a degree in cheating.
You should
So
have.
I guess
Huh?
I have
Oh, I got
I've
my
done the wrong
Shiksha
thing.
Guru. I'm a Shiksha Guru and I got my Shiksha status from Harvard University. Then I went on to Oxford for postgraduate Shiksha bullshit. And then I went, good God,
I couldn't have
how else
done
can
any
you,
Prabhu
how
then.
else can you exploit the spiritual path if you don't become a guru?
Right.
Ramachandra
Becoming a
Prabhu, I couldn't
disciple
have
means
done
you
an
sort of give
MBA
everything up.
degree.
Okay,
According
so
to
Rupa, can
Prabhu,
Rupa keep reading?
Yes, Mohit Prabhu wants to say something. Let him say it, then we'll continue reading. Go ahead, Mohit Prabhu.
Who is the person?
Mohit. Mohit.
Banu?
No,
No,
Vashi.
doesn't-
Another.
Prabhu doesn't remember.
Narayana. Narayana. It's Mohit Bharani.
No.
Oh, Mohit. Jai Mohit Prabhu.
No, he knows.
My
Okay.
humble obeisances to you.
Okay.
Srimad Bhagavatam 4:12-32. According
Please
to
go ahead.
Shastra conjunctions, there is no difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru, and generally the Shiksha Guru later on becomes the Diksha Guru.
Jai.
Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 158. Guru, the spiritual master, Chaitarupe in the form of super soul, Shiksha Guru. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 8:128. Shiksha Guru, the spiritual master who first gives information about spiritual life, is called the Vartma, Shiksha Guru. Factually, the qualifications of a spiritual master depend on his knowledge of the science of Krishna. He can become a spiritual master as Vartma Pradarshika Guru, Diksha Guru, or Pradarshika Guru. The spiritual master who initiates according to the regulations of the Shastra is called the Diksha Guru.
So one point here, that everyone here in our group is coming through the medium of Prabhupada's books, right? I got a Gita back in 2008. I was learning about Krishna consciousness, and then I heard about the Gita. I went online on eBay and bought a Bhagavad Gita. That's how I came. So that's the first book I ever got. I never read it, but I got the book, so I can see that.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I think that's the
So the book was your Shiksha. The book was your Shiksha guru.
yes. And now I understand that Prabhupada is Shiksha and Diksha now because the book.
Yeah, Shiksha and Diksha. So Prabhupada says a Shiksha guru can become the Diksha guru.
Exactly.
Well, that can't be done if we follow Vashisha's idea,
Right.
because he would say the Shiksha guru cannot become the Diksha guru.
Right. So that's what I wanted to point out in my case.
Yes, keep going.
Letter to Dayananda. His spiritual master. The spiritual master is divided into two parts, namely Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. So officially, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was like Shiksha Guru of Gauri Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Questions?
In this case, both were liberated souls. FYI.
Questions and answers. Prabhupada. No, because Gauri Kishore Das Babaji was treating Bhaktivinoda Thakur as a Shiksha Guru, preceptor Guru. So it is in the line. Lecture. What is a guru?
That's that. By the way, obviously that is to explain why Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was able to take initiation from Gorkashore Das Babaji, who had not been initiated by Diksha, by Thakur Bhaktivinoda or anybody else.
Yes.
And I could also add, there's no etiquette in Vaishnavism that allows a pure devotee or Uttama Adhikari father to initiate his Uttama Adhikari son. That would be like, the succession of the English monarchy or something of that sort. It can't be done. So the fact is that if it's sort of thin ice that Gorkashore Das Babaji was the Shiksha disciple of Bhaktivinoda, which means Bhaktisiddhanta could take initiation from him on slightly thin ice, but nonetheless adequate ice.
Yes.
Thin but adequate ice.
Yes.
Lecture. What is a guru? There cannot be two. This is guru. Another place it is said, so guru is one, guru cannot be two. As soon as you find two opinions of guru, either both of them are rascals or one is still at least a rascal. Letter to Shivananda. Externally as Shiksha Guru as instructor and Diksha Guru initiator. So the principle is that whatever you are instructed by the Chaita Guru internally may be confirmed by the instructor or initiator. Help us as spiritual master in two ways. He helps us from within as Chaita Guru and he expands himself. Room conversation, if you like. Then he is Diksha Guru, so Shiksha Guru becomes Diksha Guru. But Guru means one who knows the science of Krishna and teaches properly, that's all.
Okay, Haribol, Jai.
So now we read through them, but does anyone like yourself, Ramachandra, or anybody else, Mohit, does any one of you want to go and delve into any one of those quotes?
Sorry, Prabhu, please come again. Please come again. What do you want to ask?
Does anyone want to delve into or get involved with any of those quotes? Because
Sure.
we can accept it as scripture, we can accept it as dogma, but it's better if we try to understand it so that we can then be able to play the conversation with somebody else, not just as reciting, but understanding and realizing.
Yeah. So here, the first quote is very important, Shiksha and Diksha Guru. There is no difference between Shiksha Guru. And Srila Prabhupada is saying that Krishna himself, where it is Krishna manifests himself as Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru.
So that's pretty damn clear that without Krishna, there is no Guru.
Exactly. So anyone, that's my point, anyone coming to ISKCON, either through Prabhupada's books or whatever, they can take Prabhupada as Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru at the same time. He's both. You come to Krishna consciousness reading Prabhupada's books, now you follow the regulated principles, you chant Hare Krishna, well, he's a Diksha Guru now. What's the difficulty? Why are you going to take a third class person as a Diksha Guru and then you minimize Srila Prabhupada's position and then, you fall down? So that's a lot of people are minimizing Srila Prabhupada's position.
Which one are you reading from?
What?
He's
Which one are
commenting.
you reading?
No, I'm commenting.
But which one are you commenting on?
The first one. The first one.
Oh, next devotion?
Yes. Yes. So
Great.
all the initiators in ISKCON are actually minimizing Srila Prabhupada's position, even though everyone is reading Srila Prabhupada's books. They're reading his books, but for example, Vaisheshika or Radhanath, they tell everyone to read Prabhupada's books, but I must initiate you. I am your Diksha Guru.
Prabhu, don't you think people
It's a
want
great
to
way
be
to
cheated,
control
right?
people when you
Yes,
That's why they
yes,
do it.
yes. That's
They
the way.
want to get cheated, right? Everything is in the books. They want to get cheated. They want to make a bogus guru. They want to make someone close to them, right?
Yeah, that's
That's the
material.
point.
Yeah, material. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. So it's a business, like we have discussed. So
Yeah, but that all means Kanistha Adhikari. What is Kanistha Adhikari? Horizontal understanding. What does horizontal understanding mean in relationship to the jiva? The jiva is not horizontal.
try.
The jiva is equipped for the Bhakti Lata beach. Horizontal is body.
Right, that's
So
the body.
anyone who's all these things these people are doing, we do not need to be caught up in a complicated conversation. What we need to become is expert in pointing out, okay, dear sir, I hear what you're saying. You're talking from the bodily conception.
That's it. That's it. That's what they're talking about. Yeah,
And we don't need to get caught up in their thinking because their thinking is material.
exactly.
But they can't see it for a very simple reason.
So,
They can't
Who's
see
next?
beyond the bodily condition.
right, right.
Go ahead.
So who's gonna go ahead? Anyone can extrapolate and then try to put it in picture, like what is happening in the institution or what they're doing, and so people can see from that line. Just like I've done that. Shiksha and Diksha. Prabhupada is Shiksha Guru. Now you accept, Radhanath as Diksha Guru. So
Okay. Now let's assume that Vashish, who likes to hide behind the curtains, as it were,
right,
is listening. So this is his opportunity to either join in, which would be a little bit too scary, or he can reserve these observations so next time he's confronted, he won't come up with the preposterous idea that you can be a Shiksha Guru in the material world, and that's not the same thing as a Diksha Guru.
right, right.
He's going to have to either, well, no, he doesn't have to do anything. He can either accept that view because Prabhupada is putting forward, or he can reject the view, which is Prabhupada's view, and cease to be in the line of Srila Prabhupada. He really has a choice, right?
Yes, yes. So let me go back to the screen so people can see. We just don't want people to read it. People should argue and present examples. Be like, hey, this is what's going on in ISKCON, and this is why it's not bona fide. So that way you can see what's exactly going on, and then you can see. Like I said, why would you accept a third class, Diksha Guru? Well, Krishna is here, Prabhupada is here in his Vani. Are they going to contradict what Srila Prabhupada has said? Then immediately, they fall down. Immediately,
Well,
they
evidently,
reject.
that's what they do.
Yes,
That's their specialty.
yes,
They depend entirely on the ignorance / innocence of the Kanistha Adhikaris who walk in the door and want to take part. They depend on their ignorance because when they walk in the door, they haven't read all of Prabhupada's books. And by the time they have read a lot of Prabhupada's books, they've been taught how to read it to make sense out of the insensible comments of the gurus.
exactly. So,
It's a rocket based on the opposite of Krishna consciousness. Krishna
yeah,
consciousness is based on knowledge. And their position is based on
No,
actually managing ignorance.
not knowledge. It's based on realization also. I mean, knowledge is one aspect of it, but realization also, right?
Knowledge means realization.
Right. Let's make it clear. Knowledge means realization. So that's
Does.
why I'm asking people here to share their realizations also, not just accept what we have to say, but share your realizations or your what you have heard and what you have realized. Yeah.
And that's why we have the great advantage of devotees like Shraya.
Right.
We're actually doing that beyond imagination, practically bringing everyone to tears.
So here, the next one. According to Shastric injunctions, there's no difference between Shiksha and Diksha Guru, and generally the Shiksha Guru later on becomes the Diksha Guru. So in our case, we might come, like for myself, came from Prabhupada's books, watching Prabhupada's videos and then going on eBay and buying a Gita. And then after I, checked out the field and saw that, oh, Srila Prabhupada is a bona fide guru, then immediately he was already a Diksha Guru, but now, he's officially the only Diksha Guru.
Technically, he was the Shiksha Guru.
Yes.
When you accepted him,
Yes.
he became Diksha Guru.
Right.
Yes. So I want to, yeah. Yeah,
Right.
That's the
Ramachandra.
distinction.
Yes.
What it says right there is often the Shiksha Guru becomes the Diksha Guru.
Yes. Mohit Prabhu, go ahead.
Yeah, you superbly correlated very properly that we should come in touch with Prabhupada's books and then should see his videos only. Then you'll get to know who's the real guru, who's not.
Exactly.
So rather than people going there, like I also came in touch exactly the same way, right? Then
Yeah.
I got to know what is the bogus things are happening, right?
Right.
So
Right.
you should always hear from Prabhupada's lectures and books
Chai.
for the first year. Then decide whether you want to go to the mainframe SCONs or not. This is what is important.
I didn't hear it for 1 year. I heard from 2009 to like 2012.
Yeah, exactly. So
So
everyone should go through that phase of. Then you
Then-
can select whatever you want to select, right?
then,
Well-
yes.
Because of the League for 10,000 years, we're trying to prevent people having to go through any process. Just accept Prabhupada.
That's
Don't
it.
pay much attention to what he wrote to so-and-so back in 1968.
Right.
It
Right.
doesn't matter
this
for
is
you.
Yes.
And if you really like to be a collector, Katha collector, read it. But don't make your life depend on it.
Right.
And particularly since Prabhupada gave different instructions to different people, not because they were different people. He gave them different instructions to different people because they had a different mentality.
Right.
So how many of us have the same mentality as a person in 1969 or 67? How many of us do? Nobody does. So Prabhupada spoke to the people that were in the same room with him to help
Okay.
them become Krishna conscious. But Prabhupada also gave a very popular instruction to his disciples.
Hmm.
Very unpopular.
Which was?
And I couldn't follow it, and nobody else has been able to follow it. That you don't need a whole bunch of pictures of the spiritual master. Just one sitting in a lotus position on the altar. Nobody
Okay.
that met Prabhupada wanted to follow that instruction, including me. But you can see where the risk is. You turn the spiritual master into a cult figure or a rock and roll figure.
That's a good one.
You start collecting memorabilia and stuff like, boy, I have this early Beatles photo that very few people have. Or
Right.
look at the Rolling Stones walking down the street in London. Nobody's seen that one. Well, what
Right.
good does it do us? There's no value in doing it. The value is simply that Prabhupada's pictures are irresistible. And we couldn't resist disobeying his instruction.
Right. Okay. So let's go back to this. So we've discussed this, that the Shiksha Guru and the Diksha Guru both must be liberated souls, Uttamadakari. And anyone have any doubts here? Probably not anyone here, but anyone who's watching it, certainly if they have a doubt, they can.
Ashish has doubts.
Well, he's not here, so forget
Well,
him.
he's online. I'm sure he's listening.
Yes.
He doesn't want to be in a position where people can challenge him or ask him questions. He'd rather talk behind the back.
Yes.
I love Ashish. That's why I'm saying these things, not as an antagonist, but as a person who loves the fact that he is part and parcel of Krishna, and that my goal is that he will become a pure, unalloyed devotee of Krishna himself, cutting out the need for all this really cracked up conversation.
So we're getting some people on our Zoom. One is
Great.
Guru Prasad, and another one is joining right now named Vishnu. So Guru Prasad,
We've been on, haven't we?
yes. So Guru Prasad and Vishnu, we're discussing the two roles, Shiksha and Diksha Guru. So I don't know where you're joining from, either from Facebook or on YouTube. So this is what we're discussing here. So if you have any questions, you can certainly ask on this topic, or if you want to introduce yourself, you can also do that.
And
And
they can quickly read what we put up, which is still up, and see if they have any questions.
yes,
This is not an issue that can be dropped ever.
yes. So here it is. This is from the Nectar of Devotion. Someone just left. So who left? Okay,
Vishnu.
Maybe to scare you away.
Vishnu left. Okay. So Guru Prasad, Prabhu, where are you from? Please introduce yourself. We'd like to know more about you. So can you unmute yourself and give us a little bio?
Please give us your Guru Prasad. Hari Bol.
Bye, Prabhu.
Okay, I guess not.
You
So
can
Guru Prasad is
unmute your-
listening.
You can unmute yourself, please.
Okay, there you go. We scared him off.
They're scared of Ramachandra Prabhu.
Maybe it was some guys
Oh.
from a biker bar.
Anyways, this is, I think this should rest it all, huh? Mohit Prabhu, any doubts?
No,
Right?
no doubt.
Very clear, right? To everyone that Prabhupada is the Shiksha and Diksha Guru, and the Shiksha Guru later on becomes the Diksha Guru for me, for you, and everyone here.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but now we have to
What do you mean
project
sometimes?
outward. Even, I mean, he can check it online, or he can be listening now. This we are holding for Vashish, and we require him to answer the questions that these quotes put up. And can he find the slightest reason to stick with his view that you have to have a Shiksha Guru that's a conditioned soul?
Yeah. Vashish is saying here, I'll show it to you, where is the WhatsApp? Here. I'm going here. Where is it? Leak for 10K. Vashish is saying here, you can learn anything about Krishna consciousness from anyone at any time. Okay. Vatma Padaksha Guru is one who initially directs to Krishna consciousness. He or she needs not be a practicing devotee. A Shiksha Guru is one who instructs or tries to instruct someone what he knows, understands, and practices. There are various gradations or levels as the authorities of Shiksha Gurus. I don't know
Where
where.
did he get that?
No idea. He's just making.
Is he writing that right now?
No, this is, he wrote it at 8:42 p.m. Rupa Manjari Prabhu read this to you, so I'm not sure if you remember or not.
So how can he continue to say that when Prabhupada continues to discount that?
Well, his understanding of Shiksha Guru is pretty much on like a karmi level, So
a material level.
Yeah, very material level. That hey, my dog can be my Shiksha Guru.
He can?
No, according to
What a
Vashish.
relief. I hope he does. All I can say is I hope he doesn't bite. What a wonderful thing to have my dog as a Shiksha guru. I
Yeah.
can't believe it.
Or your next door neighbor who's a you know a crazy person can be a Diksha guru. So, anyways, I think Vashish is just making this up. What we have read is the Shiksha guru becomes the Diksha guru. That's the example in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's.
He doesn't have to be. He can. In your case, that's the case.
No, everyone's case. Why are we going to make exceptions and let people get?
Well, the exception is that I met Prabhupada directly. I never became his Shiksha disciple. I immediately initiated.
No, you said first of all when Prabhupada, you tried to zoom on Prabhupada and you were not able to zoom in on him. Then you said, "Oh, I need to get purified and come back." So, right? You did not immediately surrender, but you was like, "Oh, I've met a wonderful spiritual master," right?
Shreya is trying to join the Zoom. She's talking to you, Ramachandra.
Oh, okay. I think.
Who is?
Shreya is trying to join the Zoom.
Oh, wonderful. Krishna, you see, who says there is no God?
Okay, she said okay. What did she say? Okay. I'm trying to join the meeting. I couldn't earlier, so she's trying to join. So let me see what's going on.
She's here. She's here. She's here.
I've joined.
Give her a palanquin to ride in on.
She's Vishnu. I was like, who's Vishnu? You changed your name.
Hare Krishna, Shreya.
Hare Krishna.
All right.
How is everybody doing?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, that's Vishnu. Okay. I was like, who's Vishnu?
I've changed it.
Okay, okay.
It's the same Zoom account all of us at home use, so that's why.
Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, so yeah, we were having a discussion on Shiksha and Diksha Guru, and we have discussed this many times that Prabhupada, is sometimes your Shiksha Guru, and then eventually for us here in the Zoom conversation, he's our Shiksha Guru, and then he becomes the Diksha Guru. Right, Narayan Prabhu?
Yes. Now, why not? Because Shreya missed the first part. Could you quickly, without stopping to comment or anything, just run through those comparisons? Because I suspect that Vashish has used his male ego to try to get her to believe something else.
Okay, sure, Prabhu. Maybe you can just power through this. Can you please?
Okay.
Oh, Shreya's going to read it?
Yeah, she's going to read it.
That's ideal.
There you go. You can
Oh,
start.
Shreya, please accept my most humble obeisances.
Try.
I am not your master, I am your servant.
Hari
Hare
Baba.
Krishna Prabhu. The nectar of devotion here comes out as the spiritual master, Siksha Guru, Diksha Guru. So there is no difference between Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru and Krishna. Krishna manifests himself externally as Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru. Prabhupada, Guru Krishna Kripaya, Paya Bhakti, Lata Bija, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 19.151. We have to, there's a black, okay. We have to acquire this energy through the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So Krishna is within as Chaitya Guru and when we are serious. Okay. According to this.
Guru means super soul.
In the heart, yes. Yes.
Go ahead.
According to the Shastric injunctions, there is no difference between Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru, and generally the Siksha Guru later on becomes the Diksha Guru. Okay. According to Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 1.58, Guru means the spiritual master, Chaitya Rupe in the form of super soul, Siksha Guru. Oh, okay. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 8.12a, Siksha Guru. The spiritual master who first gives information about spiritual life is called the Vartma Siksha Guru. Factually, the qualifications of a spiritual master depend on his knowledge of the signs uh, of Krishna. He can become a spiritual master as Vartma Pradakshaka
Partner
Guru,
Pradaksha.
mhm, Siksha
Partner
Guru, or
Pradaksha means Karna introduces you to Krishna consciousness.
Pradakshaka. Okay, Pradakshaka Guru. Okay. The spiritual master who initiates according to the regulations of Shastras is called Diksha Guru. Okay. A letter to Dayananda. His spiritual master. The spiritual master is divided into two parts, namely Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru. So officially, Bhakti Vinoda Thakura was like Siksha Guru of Gaura Kishora Das Babaji Maharaja.
Try.
You want me to continue?
Yes, yes, we'll
Of
finish
course.
the whole thing. Yes.
Prabhupada, no, because he, Gaura Kishora Das Babaji, was treating Bhakti Vinoda Thakura as his Siksha Guru, preceptor Guru, so it is in the line. Lecture. What is a Guru? There cannot be two. This is Guru. Another place it is said, so Guru is one. Guru cannot be two. As soon as you find two options of Guru, either
Opinions.
both,
Opinions.
sorry, as soon as you find two opinions of Guru, either both of them are rascals or one is still at least a rascal. Letter to Shivananda. Externally as Siksha Guru, as instructor, and Diksha Guru, initiator. So the principle is that whatever you are instructed by the Chaitya Guru internally may be confirmed by the instructor or initiator help us as spiritual master in two ways. He helps us from within as Chaitya Guru and he expands himself. A room conversation. If you like, in this, okay. If you like, then he is Diksha Guru. So Siksha Guru becomes Diksha Guru, but Guru means one who knows the signs of Krishna and teaches properly. That's all.
Okay. So we were having all these discussions on our WhatsApp page from Vashish, and Vashish was saying that the Shiksha Guru can be anyone, uh, anyone basically. He's saying that, but we're quoting scripture and saying that the Shiksha and Diksha Guru must be on the same level, or one of them, or at least both of them are rascals, or one of them is a rascal. So we're saying both the Shiksha and Diksha Guru must be on the same level, meaning it cannot be a Kanishta Adhikari, it must be an Uttama Adhikari. For our case,
Okay.
Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada cites here Gaur Kishore Das Babaji and Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur was acting as a Siksha Guru. Mind you, Bhakti Vinod Thakur is a liberated soul. Gaur Kishore Das Babaji is also a liberated soul. Both of them are liberated souls. And then Bhakti Vinod Thakur's son took initiation from Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. So, do you have any questions?
No, no questions, Prabhu. Can you scroll to the
Okay.
top, please?
Top, okay, go ahead. Oh, right here. Yeah, this is where it starts.
Which I'd like, may I say something for a moment?
Yes, no, no,
Yes,
Prabhu, go ahead.
please, Prabhu.
Okay, first of all, I offer my obeisances to Shreya. I think some things have been said that will throw off your faith because I've felt it. And your faith is very great, greater than most people, so high that you're interested in spiritual perfection and you don't need to be stuck by people's ideas of material relationship to anybody, what to speak of people that are not pure devotees. So what I'd like to say is that apparently there's some people that have been involved with our site that have gone around behind the back and sort of like we're bad mouthing our group, saying we're not operating from Shastra and stuff like that. I would like to advise that we are always operating from Shastra because this is Istagosthi. I or you, Shreya, or I, we're on the same level here. Maybe in a social situation, I'm the big guy and you're the lady. No, but not here. This is Istagosthi. We're equal. So because of that, because we're equal, you can find fault with what I say. Vashish can find fault with what I say, but not behind my back. That is cowardly. That is subversive. That is actually treachery. We are an open Istagosthi where everyone can express themselves fully from their mind, their heart, being jiva, spirit, soul. And people will always be able to speak somewhat from spirit, soul, even if they've never been in a temple before, because everyone is operating by spirit, being spirit, soul. That's what the jiva is, confused by the body, no doubt, but that's what they do. So right now, I would like to say, always resolve these issues. And if someone tries to dissuade you of anything, say, that's an interesting point of view. Bring it to the meeting and let's discuss it openly, not that you're trying to subvert what is being done for the League for 10,000 years by introducing some garbage that makes a conditioned soul into a Shiksha Guru, which is not possible, as you yourself have just read. Now, if you can come up with some other quotes to say the Shiksha Guru is always a conditioned soul or can be, I will learn from that. But so far, this is what I've read. Okay, is that okay, Shraya Prabhu?
Completely, Prabhu, completely.
What did you say?
I'm saying completely, I agree with you.
Good. I have felt so wounded that you haven't been on our program because you
I'm
have
really
the
sorry,
capacity
Prabhu.
of bringing spiritual intelligence. We can bring all sorts of stupid logic. You are bringing spiritual intelligence, and we depend on it. Just like a flower depends on rainwater, it doesn't depend on tar or paint out of a can. The plant depends on rainwater, and rainwater has to be transparent. And so we depend on you to be part of this group to help shape it. And if you find anything that anyone says, particularly me, so people often defer to me because I've had so many years in the movement, if anyone has anything to say, including me, or maybe particularly me, say it. Defeat me. I want to be defeated by the truth, not by some sort of behind the back sneaky sort of person. Okay?
I'm I agree with you because any conversation that goes behind us is not of any importance at all because it's not going to take us to any direction. So for me, every time we have any discussions, I'm never focused on what's happening in ISKCON or the GBC or those parts are never my
That's
topic
wonderful.
of discussion because I only want to know everything about spirituality, about Prabhupada and his books. That's where my focus is. I even in the last meeting did clarify to Vashish Prabhu that whatever is happening in the materialistic world about the whole gamut that's going on, it's none of my business nor of my concern because that they're doing it what they think is best and how it has to be dealt with, God will take care of it. So I am here only to understand Srila Prabhupada's books and whatever
Jai.
knowledge that you have received from him by staying with him, which probably will just get an essence of it. That's it.
No,
You know,
run,
because of your type of
turn your
because of
video
your
around. No, turn your video around. You're on the wrong side. Turn the camera around. There you go. That's better. Yes,
Hey, Haribo.
you're other way around. So
Yeah, okay.
okay,
I was born in a different century,
no problem. Yes,
the 20th century.
right.
So I would like to say, Shrayaji, Prabhu, I should say, I agree
Get the camera
with you
fixed up.
100%.
Get the camera
What?
fixed up, then speak.
What?
Get the camera fixed up, then speak. You're shaking around.
Oh, whole lot of shaking going on.
Yes. or speak without the camera. Because it's going live and people are seeing that.
Oh my
Just so
God.
you know,
Goodness.
we've got 10 minutes left before the end of this meeting.
Jai,
Let's
okay.
extend it
10
for a
minutes.
few more minutes
Yes.
because we are in a very good position now for talking.
Okay, go ahead, Narayan Prabhu.
Can you see my face? I can't.
No, we
see it.
cannot see anything.
Okay, let me go back onto the message to turn down the close.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Jai, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So I look at everyone, even particularly a child. They say out of the mouth of babes, well, what of out of the mouth of saintly people? And as far as it's concerned, when you like something I say from my association with Prabhupada, I make spiritual advancement because you're seeing something that I didn't see at the time, and you're seeing it with your own conscious individual nature. And that's what the meaning of Istagosthi is. And it extends to when you become a Madhyamadikari and when you become an Uttamadikari, you sit with a whole room full of, or a whole forest full of Uttamadikaris, and you start shaking in ecstasy. It's called tirpulation. Tirpulation. You start shaking in ecstasy, hearing the pastimes of Krishna repeated back and forth from the point of view, not of remembering them, from the point of view of realization. Okay, now, can we agree? Now, Shraya Prabhu, I have heard that Banu, whose face kind of got shaken, and you were talking with Vashish